Hello everyone, Ian Ileana here, another day in Los Angeles. I'm having a terrific day, just a terrific day. So tomorrow I'm doing a Luddite retreat. No electricity, no cell phone, nada. Of course, the West Coast in their super fucking obnoxious way. Every time I enter a room, I hit the tail end of a conversation. And so the guy who sicked his Doberman Pinscher on my dogs is there and he's having a conversation. And all I hear as he looks at me is just not fun to be around. And I say, I know you're having a private conversation, but the way it was delivered, it was. I don't fucking care, dude. I just don't fucking care. Number one, I am dealing with a lot right now. I'm dealing with a lot. Hey, you too. Here. Thank you. We got just shit all around here. Hello, Echo. Yeah, good boy. I'm dealing with a lot. I'm dealing with a lot. You know, this is what I wanted. I wanted to spend some time away from electricity, away from the internet, away from these bothersome women who keep coming up to me in the middle of fucking town and use the fucking bus depot as an excuse to fucking harass me. And if I was famous, I could almost say, okay, well, that's a part of it, but I'm don't don't need that. I am just a veteran who does music as art therapy and not in a political way, but just in education, continuing education for people. So I make music and informational videos, but right now it's just a crushing weight. It's a crushing weight, because my service animals are amazing. I'm just falling apart. I'm emotionally falling apart. I mean, I'm never going to forgive American women who aren't famous, who who harass me. I'm never going to forgive them. I'm not really going to forgive, regular women who just overstep my personal boundaries either. So with all that going on, I'm. What are you trying to eat this time? Dogs are fucking cannibals. I swear. You love us so much. Wow. I was trying to say that because of my PTSD, I don't have any opportunities to fucking heal myself socially. I can't even say the words, that doesn't even make sense. Because the people I would talk to and have a genuine conversation with, they're in a completely different, not mixture and just emotional mindset because they don't deal with half the stuff I do. And the vast majority of the people I do come in contact with, it's just always a problem. You know, we're both owners of dogs, but the way that I'm introduced to him is he sicked his Doberman Pinscher on me. That doesn't make a friendship. I'm sorry, but I'm not the type that laughs over that. I think, does your dog have fleas? Does your dog have worms? I don't know your dog. I don't fucking know you. Now I know I'm projecting. I'm a person who projects because, I'm just so fucking raw and open all the time that some random conversation just sets me to be in a bad mood. And if anything, I need to take a break. I need to take a break because I've spent the last, I want to say, 4 or 5 years on the West Coast doing everything in my power to plug in to the internet, to plug in to television media, all that stuff. I didn't try to plug myself into the West Coast itself because if I had done it at that time period that I was in, I would have been locked in. I always use examples from television in order to illustrate these points, but you can't do it any more brilliantly than they do. The episode of True Blood where Sookie Stackhouse and her cousin are being protected and herded by the little elf full blood cousins, and just an epiphany. Sookie understands, don't eat the food. If you eat the food, you stay. The cousin eats the food, and he's just locked in. I ate the food here. Clearly, I did. Because if you knew what else was out there, if you knew how bad it really was to live anywhere else in America, you would look at the West Coast and say, you guys are assholes, complete assholes. But you treat me better than I would have been treated on the East Coast or anywhere else. But their thing is, if you're not a customer, you should be a producer. My thing is, I prefer to be a writer and director. I like the idea that I spend my time making informational videos for people to learn the truth about the world and grow a little bit more wise. Is that the best use of my time? Couldn't I just find regular people to do this with? I probably could, but I have my PTSD. So, as I said, if I was in a semi perfect situation where I could say, look, I'm going to interact with things that solve my PTSD, but they're well managed and I'm well paid. I mean, look, I hate to even say something like that because, every month the government pays me to be a punching bag to Americans, and every month it's, yeah, I know it hurts and you cry and you're upset all the time, but we pay you. It's not fun to be around. No, I'm not fun to be around. I've been abused. I've been sexually abused. I've been sexually assaulted. I'm not fun to be around. I wish people could have known me before, because maybe I wasn't as talented, but I was more receptive to engaging with people. Right now, I'm so lost. And I don't mind being vulnerable and metaphorically naked with you. Metaphorically naked. Because it's good to talk about this. It's good to talk about what it means to live with trauma, to live with pain and regret, and to hear the anger, the fucking vitriol that comes out of my mouth. I'm like, get away from me. Fucking you. Fuck you. Fuck, get away from me. I can't even, just make coherent words. I'm just spitting angry all the time. I didn't used to be that way. I I changed. I changed because of what I've been through. And I'm not the same person, and I'm not getting that life back. I don't really want that life back. I'm definitely not getting it back. I can't I can't be that person who just watches other people live their lives, live out dramas and fantasies and heartbreaks, and root for them to be okay at the end of every episode. I can't do that because I'm in so much pain now. I don't want to share. I just want to have to learn. Um, I don't understand why people cannot understand that without me being rude, explicit. I make myself as ugly as possible so that women don't want to talk to me, and yet they cannot resist coming up to me, talking to me, bothering me. And when I try to explain, look, I've had bad experiences where women have overstepped any sense of decency, morality, and the law. But, in one ear, out the other. You think of anyone who'd understand, it would be the most statistical representation of a rape victim or a sexual abuse victim or something like that. Women are more likely to be targeted for sexual assault or aggravated sexual contact. And yet, women are the only ones who come up to talk to me. That's it. Never a guy. No, not a single one. I'm just upset at shaking. And I don't want the pity. I don't want any of that. I want better. I want people to learn how to fucking respect other people's boundaries. If you're a perfect stranger, just fuck off. There are some hard fucking times I walk by people and I get this wild idea that I could, walk up to them and say, hey, hello, anything. But then I say, no, this isn't the right moment for that. You could make that the right moment. You could. But what if you're wrong? Mm. Look at that. Massive animal. No, I just been shaking and upset for too long. I have a gift for training service animals. A gift. And I should be training more. I don't know. I have to check that petition where I wanted to be an exclusively contracted vendor to train service animals out of shelter dogs for veterans for anxiety, depression, and make sure both have loving, caring homes. I've just been so wrapped up in my PTSD, I can't let that fall to the side. I haven't even given an update. I'm going to remind myself to do that. I have to finish packing and I'm going to be broadcasting if I can from this Luddite retreat that I'm going on. No electricity, no internet, none of it. I'll try. If not, I'll try and make a video blog of it. Mostly because I'm scared that I'm in a place with a stranger. So there's that. So if I don't have the time to podcast tomorrow, I will podcast when I come back from my spiritual retreat. I have released another informational video. Don't let America into your mouth. The Bible says repeat. That is available on YouTube, Instagram, Meta, Threads. I didn't put a link to it on Exit, but maybe I should. But it's all about the idea that commercials and advertisements in general keep trying to seduce people with pictures of fruit and vegetables and all natural ingredients, and you just flip the bottle over, just flip it, and what do you see? You see the nutritional facts, you see the ingredient, and you say it's no nutritional facts. It's perfume, chemicals, and people lie to themselves. I have to say that you're lying to yourself when you say, "Oh, I've got male pattern baldness. My father, uh, he he turned bald at this age. Oh, my grandfather. It's You're lying to yourselves. Sometimes it's maybe that case, but others it's you're starving, you're thirsty, you're stressed, you're exhausted, and then you go down to the supermarket and make that left turn away from the smile, away from food. And you trust these companies, bring it back, bring back my health, bring back my beauty. I'll give you money, bring that, bring it back. But all you're doing is just making it worse because you're already malnourished. Then you just dump some chemical on your head and you never even wash it out properly. No wonder the hair follicles just give up. They break themselves off and just say, fuck this nonsense. And they head underneath your scalp and they just say, I'm not coming back out again. And I understand that all this PTSD is telling me, I'm supposed to do that too. But I'm not the type of person I wish I were. I wish I were. I'm not a glutton for punishment. It's more, if you know something is wrong, you don't hide from something that is wrong. You talk about it and then you try to make it different. You try to encourage people to see the truth, make their own minds up, because that's the type of person I am. Mm, The F was hurt me so badly and released me from my obligation to the Department of Defense. But I will not release myself from my obligation to the country to provide education, to provide hope, and to ensure that freedom is reflected in every choice that you make, and encouraging people to speak to things like the FDA. Labeling is half the struggle for people. You see the picture of the fruit, you see the picture of carrots, and you think, okay, I'll just pour this on my head. I don't need to eat it. That's not how the body works. So I made that video, Don't Let America in Your Mouth, and hopefully, if you like my content, leave a comment. I am also looking for ideas for the next video that I could that series. And fortunately, because I am going on a spiritual retreat, I will not be doing unknown history of food this week. So that's a major bummer. Maybe when I come back, I will restart that one back up. But that one is available. The last episode was Do What a Little People Tells You to Do, and I have been surprised that a lot of people have watched that video. I hope they learned something. My Aussie is signaling to me that I need to just take a break. I am stressing out, over stressing out. That's never good. My name is Ian Ilona. I'm an environmentalist, a human rights activist, a mutant, a werewolf. Oh, I'm a veteran with PTSD from military sexual trauma. I'm not getting any better. Life is a series of choices. If you don't like the direction that your life has taken you, hit that pause button. Think, where do you really want to be? What makes you happy? Find that path. I hope to see you on the next podcast.